So, we should. So today we're going to be making something called Kvass. It's a fermented drink that involves. Hang on. That requires raisins, yeast, lemons, black rye bread, hermetically sealable jar, and water. So the first step is to measure out 1.5 litres of water and then boil it. Seems so. Yeah, it's about right. Now, wait, where's the 500 mark? Oh, god damn it. Hang on. No, that's 800. Ah, half liter. It's okay, I found the right amount on the jar. There we go. Okay, so now that you've measured out the right amount of water, what you need to do is you need to put it on to boil. And whilst you're waiting for it to boil, you need to get some black rye bread or pumpernickel bread. I have pumpernickel, so I'm just gonna get that out the packet. I used all my knives. I don't think this one's big enough. Just in case you're wondering. It's bigger than my hand. So, just gonna cut this bad boy open. Yeah, I've actually upgraded my phone since last time. But with upgraded phone comes a downgrade of case. So I don't actually have the kind of botched, oh, this feels grim. The kind of, oh, wait, what? Oh, it's pre-sliced. That's handy. Yeah, oh, damn it. But yeah, no, I had a stand on my last phone case, so that made it easier to record. But with this new phone, I don't have a stand case yet, so recording's going to be that little bit harder. Now, the instructions say to turn it up to setting Chernobyl when you're toasting this black rye bread. So, let's do that. Weirdly. Why isn't it working? Oh, okay. Now I've turned on about every setting that can make it as hot as possible. And then, you need to take a fistful of raisins and clean them. So, my raisins. It smells like burning already. Hang on. The faint whirring of an extractor fan. God damn it. Raisins. I'd say that's about a fistful. Now I'm gonna clean them because I don't want any rebel bacteria messing up my drink. Just a bit of water in a glass, swirl them round. Wait, how am I gonna... Aha! I totally thought this through and didn't just on a whim decide to do this yet again with no planning yet again. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, so just put that there. Now that the raisins are clean, there they go. I'll leave them there for now. And now we just need to wait for the water to come up to boil. This water's taking a while, like a lot longer than I thought. Yes, once again, didn't clean my kitchen, and once again, I hardly planned this out beforehand. This one required more planning because I had to actually go out and get the ingredients, but still I didn't realise I'd be doing it today, and as you can see, I just wrote down like half this recipe in 10 seconds because I couldn't be bothered. Come back. And also, this recipe is going to be a poorly edited video because you need to leave it for a few hours, so if I can, I might come back to this in a few hours. If I can't, I'm just going to have to come back to it tomorrow. And then you have to leave it for 2 days to ferment. So as soon as this last step's done, we have to leave it for 3 hours or something. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now that my water's nearly ready to boil, we're just going to do this quick last step. Hang on. Oh, wait, no. We're just going to do this quick last step. So basically, what you want to do is you want to grab your packet of lemons. You want to open it. There you go. Lemon. Boom. You're just going to cut a little slice of lemon to go into the water. Actually, that's pretty grim. I might trim the edges off. Oh, there goes the bread. Finally done. As the instructions said, I did turn it up extremely high, and I may regret that because it was really, really high. Okay, so it sounds like the water's boiling, so as soon as I've cut the rind off of this, I'm going to take it off the heat, and then I'm going to add in the raisins, the bread, and the lemon. Okay. So yeah, the water is definitely boiling. So now it comes off the heat. Add in the raisins. Add in... Ah, no! The bread was too thin and it slipped inside of my toaster. There you go. One. How am I supposed to get this out? With a fork, you say? Don't do this at home. Don't do this at home. The only reason this is in the slightest way safe is because I actually turned off the toaster before I did this. Aha! So now we've got our two extremely black pieces of bread, our raisins, and our lemon in the water. So now the instructions say to leave it for 3 hours. So we will return shortly. I just realised I made a mistake and that you actually need to have a lid on here for the... Son of... Hang on, let me find a right size lid. Aha! Yeah. So leave it for 3 hours minimum with the lid on. Okay, be back soon. Aha! I'm back. Yes, I did start making a cake because I got bored. But that's besides the point. The 3 hours is up. And so now we can move on to step 2, or I guess step 2 part 1, seeing as there was 333.4 parts to the last step. As my instructions say, the next thing to do is remove the bread and raisins and lemon. So for this, I'll need a second thing that things. Which one of you do I? Ow! I must move cake stuff. I feel like making a cake because I got bored wasn't such a good idea as I thought it was. So. Please do not spill, please do not spill. Aha! I might move my delicately made instructions to there. So. Oh no. The lid won't come off. Aha! Oh, that looks grim. And it smells even worse. Oh, it smells terrible. So now it's time to get everything out. I need a plate to put all the stuff on. Do I have a metal one? Where's the precision metal one I used? Yeah, it'll do. Okay. That's really grim. Well, pumpernickel bread, R.I.P. Okay, I guess we'll just sieve this out. This lot. This is not going well. I need to put the phone down, but I also must record. What's that you say? Let my phone get wrecked? Do it for the views? Ah. So, knife rack makes a good stand, apparently. Whoa, no. No dramatic zooming today, thank you very much. How do I... Oh, there we go. How did it do that? Even I don't know how to do that. Okay. Hopefully this won't go horribly wrong. Look at that. Didn't even get all of it out. Magical. Oh yeah, and in case you hadn't guessed, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing once again. Okay. Come on, stop. Too much liquid in this. Hang on. Okay, so now that we've got this brownie liquid, I need to add 100 grams of sugar and 1 teaspoon of yeast. Now, to measure out 100 grams, I have the very reliable scales. Too much stuff. I really shouldn't have made the cake. Okay. There we go. On. Okay, cool. Sugar. Same jar as before. There's not much sugar left because I, made a cake, because I'm an idiot. So now we have 100 grams of sugar, and, wait, yeast. Need yeast. Love how I cut the camera for the other bit, but not for this bit. Aha, yeast. God dang, I have another one. And 1 teaspoon of, hang on. Aha, good teaspoon, very nicely shaped. Okay, so now, yeah, just leave it like that whilst I get this done. So now there is a teaspoon of yeast in there as well, and as far as I know, I just dump it on in. Yep, looks about right. Wait, yeah, and then it goes into my hermetically sealable jar. Just gotta, foiled me again. Lack of workspace, my greatest enemy. There you go. Got some on me. Okay. So, nope. Ah, hang on. I'll use my...
Okay, so I use my knife stand. I just pour it straight in. You know, I probably should have started, shouldn't I? Damn it, I spilled some as well. Hang on, let me sort this. Hold this now. Now, I'm just going to take some back out of the jar, which I know is no skip, as considering everything I've just done, but I'm just going to put it back in the saucepan so I can loosen all this stuff on the bottom off. And then, is it working? It's a big one. Aha, that's what I call a spoon. It doesn't fit. What about this one? This is a spoon. Literally no effect. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just getting some back in the saucepan, which is really, really stupid. Just so that I can loosen all of this stuff on the bottom off the sugar. And get it into the pot, into the jar even. I need that. Now we just pop the lid on, and that's that for the next 2 days. Now you could do anything you want. You could go watch some videos on YouTube, you could maybe, I don't know, do some cooking, some eating, or partying. You never know. Depends on how you're really. Okay, fishing. And we'll be back with some fish traps in 2 days' time.
Why is it so dark? That's better. So, I'm back here, I've got the kvass, and I've just opened the jar. It smells amazing. And I've got some filter paper, a filter holder thingy that's supposed to be for coffee, and a jar that's slightly too small and won't hold everything in here. So the reason we use the filter paper is to filter out all the nasty stuff in there. So I'm probably going to have to find a second container whilst I do this to hold the other half of the kvass. Now, as per tradition, I'm using my knife camera holder and there we go. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm using my knife camera holder and not really doing anything well. So let's just go ahead and do this last couple of steps. I don't know how to describe this one. smells like it smells nice, and as you can see, possibly not, the raisins have basically turned back into grapes. So let's go. It's working, but not nearly as quickly as I wanted it to. What? No. Can't just stop. It's liquid, it's supposed to go through. Sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties. We'll be right back with you in a moment. Chocolate for fuel whilst you wait for the 10 million years of kvass draining into a jar. One eternity later. Why won't you go any faster? That you've waited about 3 or 4 years for the kvass to filter and to use about 37 filters, we're all ready. Yep, and then the kvass is done. You just put it in the fridge and leave it there to cool to a nice 4 degrees Celsius or so. And then you come round, maybe you invite your friends. It doesn't take too long. Tastes good. See you next time for the next video. Like and subscribe.